Good morning, everybody. In this episode of Evaluate and Repair, we're planning to finish up this snapper mower. We were waiting on parts for a little while. We got most of the parts in. We had a little bit of a setback. I was hoping to have this finished by now, but just didn't happen. But we made some good progress, and we're just about to finish it up. We just got finished putting the belt on, put the battery in. I got the floor pads for the for your feet. I decided to put them in. I found a knob for it, all the little stuff there. I have somewhere to go today, so I'm going to try to get done what I can, but if we're not, I'll come back. I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible, but I have a lot to go into it, so we're going to have to cut some of it out. I hate to do that, but it's the only way I can keep it short. Welcome back to the channel. Got a few days off from work, so I thought I'd try to get back to the snapper. Some parts came in, and I'll show you what we got. So what we got here is we finally got our friction disc. We got our new drive belt. Okay, this is the correct belt for this mower. As I showed you, I had the wrong belt. Their description says this is an exact fit, not a will fit belt. And we got the cable for the clutch brake pedal. And we got a new steering tire for the front. And since I'm doing all this work, I just didn't feel like having mismatched tread, so we got that one. So we're gonna swap that tire out. But now that we got some time, I'm gonna get back to the snapper and just start getting her back together. Okay, so we got the engine over here. Still got it apart. One thing we did was we fixed the pull cord. I can't do it with one hand, but one thing I did is I fixed the pull cord, because when you pulled this out, it would kind of hang down here. The spring was all rusted in there. Not real bad, but it was rusted and binding up and wouldn't allow it to retract. You gotta put the clutch disc back on. All this, I still gotta get the plug for the motor. So I think we're gonna start with putting the wheels back on it, and then we'll move on to the motor. Okay, we need to change this tire out. This one has a tube in it. What you're going to want to do, in case you haven't done this before, most of you have, so it's nothing new. But you'll make sure you get this. You first break your bead, which I already did. You're going to want to push the bead down below the ridge here. Once you get I'm going to use my door panel removal tool. You get your tool underneath the bead here, trying not to catch the tube, which I probably did, and push your bead below here, and then just pry it over. The screwdriver is going to be best here, just because it's got the smaller blade and I can catch it easier. Try to pry that off. Just work your way around it if you can. Of course, my paint's going to get screwed up, but we have to touch it up. Okay, I'm going to get another bite here with the screwdriver too. Going to lean there, get there, and get here. There we go. I'm just going to pop it off of there. Gonna keep trying to work it around. Trying to keep that on there like that. I probably just destroyed the tube, but that's all right. And these small rims are a bugger to do too. I'm trying to keep the bead down below on the other side, which is not very easy to do, but it's going. It's going. Let's see if I can work it around here. There it goes. There it goes. Whew. Hey. There we go. That side's off. Now we got to break the bead on this side. There we go. little oil on these beads will help a little bit too. Come on. There it goes. Whew. Okay. Gotta get my valve stem in. All right, we got her smoothed off a little bit. Should be good. I want to get some soapy water here. All right, got the valve stem back in. All right, let's see. There she goes. And again, you want to get it down as far as you can onto that center of your There we go. Now, where we're going to have a real trick is to get the, see if we can get that to pump up. Okay, we're going to have to wrap our strap around her and go that way. Okay, so what we got to do is wrap this strap around the tire. Okay, you want to try to get it in the center of your tire as much as possible. And of course, it folded over on me again. And then just ratchet it, press the tire outward. See how it's going to press it out? I'll give you a bead. It's a little off there, but I think we're good. Let's see if it works. Looks like it's holding. Yep, we're good. Okay, so we got a lot to do on the engine yet. We got to reassemble it. I want to oil that. That's your starter. For those that don't know, that's what makes your pull start. When you pull the rope, it's going to spin this and then turn your engine that way, but then it has ball bearings inside. But what I'm going to do, I might even pop that and put a little bit of oil in it. But I want to pull this off. I want to oil this. You should oil your shaft a little bit too. I haven't gotten any engine parts yet. I got the oil and all that for it, but I haven't got the plug. The filter I washed out. Where is that filter anyway? I'm not even sure where I put it. Ah, here it is. I washed the filter out. I probably have to order one of them. They don't make that anymore apparently, or the local shops don't sell them anymore. All right, so let's get to that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this dog off. Get a little oil in there so this keeps spinning free. Some people use grease, but a light oil is best. A couple ways you can get this off is I use a pipe wrench. You can do a little bit of tapping. If you notice there's two smaller ones, two bigger ones. If you're going to tap it, hit the bigger one so that you're not closing the holes in there. And being this is such an old engine, I don't know if it's going to come off that easy. Yeah, it is. There we go. If you do it on the smaller side here, see how this is wider here? Okay. That gives you more beef here so that you're not smashing in your holes for your screws here. So you get this little bit of lube in there. And we'll use this this blaster, which is basically PB blaster, but it's a lubricant. It is not a penetrating oil. And I want to just give it a little shot of that. And also in the balls here. Okay, so we pulled this off. Don't lift this out of here because them balls will fall all over the place. But if you look how they're in there, when this turns, it catches. And then when it's just spinning backwards, it just kicks them back out of the way. And as they're spinning, they will actually go out with the centrifugal force, so they won't even be riding on that. But I put a little lube in there, like that. Do not use grease. Grease will make the balls stick to the sides here and it won't work the way it's supposed to. And make sure this works right. There we go. Cool. Yep, we got you. Double check. She's working good. We're going to put our exhaust back on. All this is going to take some time putting all this together, but it's pretty plain, simple. I'm not going to bore you with all that. So I'm going to put her back together. Now what I want to do is I want to replace this pedal here. What I want to do is replace this cable on this pedal here. If you see, the cable is starting to fray, which operates your brake clutch. It attaches to that part that's moving right there. See it? And it attaches, if you can see it, it comes through here. It's hard to get in here, but we're coming through here and we're going down to the back of that bracket right there. And it attaches right where my finger is. There's a little groove there. I don't know if you can see that or not. You can see the little groove in there. So that's going to slip out of there when I pull this up. I can pull it up with the pliers or my hand or whatever, and loosen the cable. Loosen it up and slip it off, and then we'll pull it back up through here. As I do that, I'm going to put a string or a wire or something on that to pull it through so that I have something to draw it back through with. I can't hold this and do this all at one time, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to jump that off and bring it up through. Bring it through the hole right there, up through the tube, and it comes out right there. Okay, so actually what I'm going to do is I disconnected it from the pedal end, which you take your pedal off, you take your pedal cover off. This goes through your pedal cover and then through here. Yeah, okay. It goes through there like that. And you choose how many of these little knobs that you want. I'm going to just go with one for my first start. I'm going to use this mechanics wire and wrap it around each cable and pull the new cable through with the old cable. That way everything should work out pretty good. So let me show you that. Okay, so you can see how I got them hooked together. Now I'm just going to draw it through from the bottom and feed the new cable through. If you wanted to, you put a little tape around here to kind of keep these together, which I think I'm going to do to keep this from hanging up. Okay, got the new cable almost through, and it's going to come out, and it's going to come out the tube here. It's going to come down the tube and come out right there. And bring this up through here, like that. I'm still attached at the bottom there. I got to get that disconnected. And then it's just going to be a matter of attaching the other end on there and connect the new cable on. Okay, so there you go. You see how it is coming in through the pedal, coming out that. I don't like how it rides on that metal there, but once you step on it, it pulls away, so not crazy about that. guess the next thing to tackle is going to be this disc. I guess I'll try to film that. Not sure how that's going to come out, but we'll see what we can do. Maybe I can put you on that side, film into it. First thing I got to do is I got to trim that little pad in there. We'll do that just with a little scissor or knife, but I want to make sure it's good and tight. Okay, so we got it cut. I might have made it just a little bit too loose, but we're going to go with it. So I'm going to set you up behind the tractor here again. 15/16. Yeah, that's it, 15/16. Okay, as you can see, there's like nothing left there. Like nothing there. Compared to this one. Nothing. Okay, yep. So this should make a big difference. So we got one of them. We got that. See, this floats in here. It just floats, that's it. Key still looks in good shape. Okay, then just put our nuts back on. I'll have to see if I can find one for that other one, but it's not a major issue right now. And I guess we'll just put you back together. Lost my key. There she is. All right. Washer, or lock washer, nut. Try to stay out of the way here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, she's on. Next thing I need to do is grease these axles here. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to loosen up the boot. I am going to shift that. Oh, that boot's loose too. That's not good. However, the bushings are still good, so I'm going to wipe that out real good, get some grease on that. Slip the boot the other way, grease it, get all this crap out of here. Clean it up nice. You need your axle to slide back and forth. This is going to slide back and forth on that shaft on both ways. So I need to clean that up and get grease on there. Okay, my camera stopped recording on me on the last when I was in the middle of this. But what I did was I just pulled these boots back and I took grease in my hand and smeared it all over that shaft on both sides. And you want to shift your back and forth. Trying to do this with one hand. Just shift this back and forth to extend the boot. You're going to shift it right here with your speed control. That's going to move your. There we go. There we go. You're going to want to slide it back and forth like that. Go from one side to the other to make sure you get both boots extended. Take the clamp off on both sides of the boot and smear it all over that shaft. The other thing I did was everywhere I have a pivot, I sprayed with that spray lube that I showed you earlier. Down in here on all the pivots. Back on there on that plastic slide. Here. Anywhere I had a Xerx fitting, I put grease there. Alright, we're going to take this guy to work and resolder this wiring and all that. The mice has got me pretty good on this one. My soldering iron I have here at my house doesn't work very well. The one I have at work works a lot better. So I'm going to go and just do this at work. But as you see, we're making progress. Engine mounted. Actually looks pretty good. Just got to wipe some fingerprints and stuff off of it, but other than that, just coming along. Just got to start putting all the little details on her now. Got the new belt ready to go. Got the blade. Don't know if I videoed this already, but this carrier in the back here was bent, which is, I have a line there to show you where it was hitting. And it's still not perfect, but I think it'll be better because this blade was actually coming down, almost hitting this edge here. That's how far off it was. As you can see, that's much better. And that's the one I measured it by. And I bent the carrier back. I might even try to bend it a little bit more, but that's where the problem was, right on this carrier here behind the blade. Okay, we got our newly repaired resistor, I believe it is, that our little buddy the mouse chewed up. Had it resoldered, put a new end on it. I'm going to install that back in here like that, where it came from. Run my wires where they got to go. So we're going to put that there. Put our cover back on. I have a cover to go on right here. Got some wiring to hook up over here. Okay, we're going to try to lightly sand this a little bit just to smooth it out with a worn out disc. If you're going to do this, be very, very careful with it. I said before, but I would not use a new disc on this. I would use an old worn out one. Alright, so that's about the best I'm going to be able to get it. It's still a little warm, so I don't want to touch it too much, but took pretty much of the pitting out, smoothed it out pretty good. I would have liked to get this line out of here a little bit better, but I don't want to take too much material off of it either. So hopefully it'll save on my disc a little bit on my rubberized drive. Doesn't eat it up too much. And we'll see how it goes. Okay. That's where I chose to set my disc. If you notice, it's hard to see, but it just barely goes into the center of that. You step on your clutch, you're going to release it so that you can shift to whatever gear you want. Okay, that's exactly where I wanted it. I just measured it out. It's 3 3/4 from the base of the tractor here. So that's where I set my disc at 3 3/4, and that should be perfect. So I'm going to lock it down there, and we should be good to go there, and that would be the motors to mount it. Okay, so what we need to do is we got to put the new belt on. We got the wrong belt. I ordered the wrong belt. That was kind of my mistake. I'll explain a little bit of that. Actually, I'll explain that right now. I went by the model and serial number of the mower, which is a 33-inch cut. And that's what the model says when you look it up on partstree.com. But when I ordered the belt, what I didn't read all the details about it. It said it was for a 28 to 30-inch cut. I have a 33-inch, I think it was 26 to 30 or something. I forget what exactly it was. But I ordered the wrong belt, so I had to wait for another belt to come in. Unfortunately, by the time I got this belt in, it's too late to return it, so I'm stuck with it. I don't know if I'm going to film this because it's just going to be hard to get in there to film, so I'll come back. Okay, we got our new floor pads here. Foot pads. All it is stair tread material. Cut to fit. That's it. That's all you need. I'm going to lay it in the sun here a little bit to let it heat up and get a little bit soft. It helps it adhere better. Okay guys, this is the moment of truth. Time to find out if she's going to fire for me and if everything's going to work good with the belt. And once we know that, we'll put the cover on and try mowing with her for a little bit. Right off. There you go. Just don't want to stay running for me here. Definitely seems to be a fuel issue. Like I said, she ain't running a couple years, so might have a carburetor issue here. Okay, now that the carb's been cleaned, we're gonna give her a shot, but I just realized I didn't put my air cleaner back on, so I'm gonna do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We got the air cleaner back on. We're ready to give her a shot, see what happens. Okay, let's see what happens here. Choke. Okay, there you have it. She did a pretty good job. Maybe a little tweaking on the carburetor, but that's about it. Okay, so if you like this series on this snapper, please like, share, and subscribe. We have other stuff coming up that might be just as interesting and fun. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and hit that notification so you know when another video comes up. Thank you.